Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Arsenal slash Manchester United show. Gonna talk from the Arsenal podcast meets the Man Them United podcast, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, aka Man of the People, aka the People's Prophet, and here joined by the Arsenal representative, the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast representative, Cam. Mr. ODS is in the building. What are you telling me, Cam? You good?
I'm good, man. Well, go on.
Yeah,
Everyone
man, you
good?
already know. Bless, all bless. Like I say each and every at the start of each and every show, big up to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV. Much appreciated. Large up everybody who is supporting. Please keep all of your comments and questions Arsenal or Manchester United related. You may have a Manchester United question for Cam. You may have an Arsenal question for me. That is absolutely fine. But please keep all your questions and comments Arsenal and Manchester United related. And of course, if you super chat, we will get straight to your comments as well. Let's bump up the likes as well. We're low on the likes because there's 15 of you lot locked in from the jump, but we ain't even at double figure likes. I don't know what's going on. We're now at 16. Let's bump up the likes, you lot. What is going on? Like, listen to Malcolm Mud Squad get on that. The likes was low. We were slow on the like check before on the stream earlier, and then we were slow today. So let's bump this up to double figure likes, people. Let's bump this up to double figure likes expeditiously, and subscribe to the channel if you are new, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. It is rolled to 6K, people. So hit that subscribe button. A lot's gone on, as always, with Arsenal and Manchester United. There's always something to talk about. That's why I titled this episode Qatari Saudi Takeover Rumours of Manchester United. And Arsenal look to bounce back after their loss to Everton last weekend. So we'll start with that. The Everton game. Sean Dyche. This guy smiling. Sean Dyche. Masterclass Sean Dyche doing Sean Dyche things. But Arsenal, you didn't lose any ground because City then went and lost to Spurs. So your thoughts on that game, first and foremost, Cam, and secondly, how you're looking to bounce. Do you think you'll bounce back against Brentford as well?
Well, to be honest with you, like it was just I'm right.
Go on.
I've been saying for many years that around this time, this is the Arsenal drop-off time. Like this is the time. This is the when that I've been speaking about all season. It's not if, it's when with Arsenal. But normally, in that drop-off period, we would be we would have had to be facing about 3 or 4 of the top 6. We don't. We've already faced you and Spurs and beat you. We've only got City. My worry is players are starting to get tired now, fatigued.
Okay.
Players like Martinelli, because with Martinelli, see, the problem is the reason why I said on Shameless the other night, I wouldn't drop him as in drop him. I would literally just bench him for the next game, give him a rest for the City game, and I'll start Trossard against Brentford.
Yeah.
And then if it all goes well with Brentford and we're like 2-3 up, then give him a full rest. Give him a full game's rest.
Got you.
Not just give Trossard 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But obviously, if it's all going a bit shit or whatever, then yeah, bring him on second half or 60 minutes or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Give him some time to adapt, and then hopefully he can make an impact from there. But I mean, with the Everton game alone, it's just there's not one player you can pick out that you can really blame the most.
Okay.
I mean, I know a lot of Arsenal fans would say, well, there's a reason why we lost the game. We brought on Jorginho, and then like 1 or 2 minutes later, we conceded. I mean, yeah, you can say that's a part of it, but if we're being real, even if we didn't concede that goal, we would not have deserved to come out that game with anything, regardless.
No, first.
I mean, if we had come out of that game with a point, we'd be looking at it like, yo, that was
How do
probably
we do that?
if not the deadest, shittest game we played all year.
Yeah.
We're actually lucky to come out of this a point.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope. Do you know what it is? I just hope that we don't fucking drop off. That's it. I just hope we can pick ourselves up against Brentford.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I see Martinelli start against Brentford, I've got a funny feeling he's going to have another bang average game.
Got you.
Because
Before you
what I've
continue, hold
realized
that thought, fam. Just hold that thought 1 sec. Yo, there's 27 of you lot locked in. How we not even at double figure likes? Bump up the like button, man. What is going on? We slow off the mark. I know it's a late stream. You know what I'm saying? But you lot are used to the late streams on Sarcasm City TV. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I know the majority of you lot haven't hit the like button. Let's get those up to double figure likes. What's going on? There's over 25 of you lot locked in. Like check 1212. Let's hit that like button expeditiously and share this across the socials as well. What is going on? Let's bump up the likes. We're at 7. Let's get up to 10. You know what I'm saying? Let's start there, people. And big up to Top Gunfood who said just subscribe. Big up Flawless. Much appreciated. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. But yeah, you lot, let's bump up these likes, man. Sorry I had to interrupt Cam there, but we got to pattern up. This is way too slow, man. Slow out the gate, man. Jesus Christ. Come on, people. Let's bump up the likes. Yeah, go on. Carry on, fam, what you was talking about with Martinelli.
But yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't. What I've realized is Zinchenko really does cut in a lot into the midfield, and it leaves that left flank exposed. So Martinelli's doing a double man's job right now. He has to cover that. What Zinchenko's left is Zinchenko goes into the midfield. That is,
yeah.
And then if Arsenal are on the break or on the counter or on the attack or whatever, he's then got to dart it all the way up the fucking left flank. And by the time he gets the ball or he's darted up the left flank, he's already tired because he's had to cover what Zinchenko's left open. So that's a little worry. That's a little worry that I've started to see in the last couple games, to be fair.
Yeah, because Zinchenko's been inverting.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Zinchenko. I love the passion he brings. I love the energy and I mean, he's still got a little bit to work on his all-round game, but apart from that, he's not a bad player. Do you know what I mean? He's not fucking bad. He's been one of our best players. So it's just, I feel like sometimes he needs to stop cutting in so much. Because
is that not instruction from the manager though, in terms of inverting your?
I think it might. It probably does come from the manager, to be fair. But he's going to learn that the hard way. He's going to end up learning the hard way that he can't keep leaving that left flank exposed like that.
Yeah.
So it will come one day, probably. So, and then obviously a lot of people thought I was blaming my little rant on Edu was blaming the loss on Edu. No, I was not blaming the loss on Edu. What I was blaming Edu for was the fucking lack of signings in the transfer window. I mean, I'm not being funny. We could have had, if we had signed a Casado or even a Mudryk, if we had signed one of them. Now, I'm not saying they are going to be the next best things and da-da-da-da. Just that little bright spark in the game. They could have had one little spark coming in onto the field in the first couple minutes. That one little spark. I'm not saying it would have happened, but that, and I'm only talking on ifs, ands, and maybes. But that one little spark there could have sparked something like, yo, fuck it, we need to wake up, bro.
Absolutely. What?
But obviously, hold on, my speaker went a little bit.
Nah, it's cool. No stress. While you do that again, you lot. Now we have hit double figure likes. Let's get up to 20 likes, you lot. There's over 30 of there's 30 of you lot locked in right now. Let's get up to 20 likes. Let's get up to 20 likes. We're only looking for 8 more likes. We're slow off the mark. And subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. Obviously, normally this is a fortnightly show, but because Jan couldn't make the Manchester City, Manchester United show, that's why I decided to bring you lot the Arsenal, Manchester United show. So you had some content.
Why is it in a week? Why you get it? You're like a London bus. You wait fucking years for it, and then you get 2 in a week, bruv.
This guy, yo. It was actually, because it was last week Thursday. So yeah, you lot,
Mm.
I got it on a weekly basis. It is. Go on, carry again. You lot questions as well. We will get to any questions you lot have. So get your Arsenal, Manchester United questions in. It can be on something in the title in regards to United takeover, the Everton loss, or it can be something else, Manchester United or Arsenal related. But go on, carry on, fam.
But yeah, so like I was saying with the whole Edu situation, what really pissed me off about it was we could have gone into that window, and I'm not saying go and spend 80, 90 million on one player. Cool. Maybe if we did that one little spark, like I said, could have done something, or maybe not. We don't know. That's only on F's, ands, and maybes right now. But we could have signed another 2 players for like 20, 30 mil.
Yeah,
We could have done something more in that transfer window.
I get what you're saying. More than Jorginho.
You get what I mean? We could have done something more. I mean, what pisses me off is like a lot of people were looking at the main big guys that were in the target that came out with the links and blah 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 blah. I feel like that guy that the defender we got from the Polish defender that just went under the radar. I still don't know who he is. I swear to God, I still don't know who he is. But why couldn't you do more little under the radar deals like that instead of fucking? But I get the logistics of getting Jorginho in its sense, but it's not like we're getting a Jorginho that's maintained his what's the word I'm looking for, man? I've lost.
Maintained his level. That's
the one. He maintained his level since 2-3 years ago.
You're saying
he's not that same Jorginho. If that was that Jorginho, above £12 million, I'll be laughing my head off.
Still, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not that Jorginho, bro. This is the Jorginho that's on the decline. Yeah, I mean, he still has good attributes to his game. I give him that. But my man can't even outrun a referee, bruv. And you're trying to tell me he's a good signing? Like, he brings, cool. He does bring experience. I get that. Barring the experience and maybe 1 or 2 other attributes he's got, it was a pointless signing, bruv. Because at the end of the day, it's another Chelsea reject. Like, I thought we were over this. This is what pissed me off the most. I thought we were over this with Chelsea. Like, I'm thinking if we're going to go to Chelsea next, it's not going to be for a fucking worthless bum. It's going to hopefully be from one of their best players. And then, fuck you. We'll sign him if you give us the whatever. But nah, what happens? We're going to sign another worthless bum. And a lot of people were saying, but David Luiz wasn't with the David Luiz shit. But he wasn't even a bad player. Listen, compare him to the defenders that we had, and then put the City and Liverpool squad there. Does he make any of their benches, let alone squads, starting 11s? Especially back then, no.
Yeah, Jorginho's he's a bench.
There's a lot of top 6 teams he does not make it. But because it was Arsenal, look at the dross we had. He was literally the best out of a bad bunch.
Right.
So, but this is what pissed me off about Edu. So that's why I don't want Edu at my club. I need a new sporting director and a whole new team, to be fair. Because for some reason, cool, we might got rejected by Man United women. This is going on the women for the your striker. Your woman, I don't know her name, whatever.
I did not know this.
I heard this on the deadline. Was it deadline day or the day before?
Okay.
That the Arsenal were trying to sign your striker from your women's team, and they offered a record fee for a women's thing, but Man United rejected twice, I think. But they were going in like there was no other team that I was hearing of about this player. Like, and I was thinking, I don't even know who she is. I don't know how great she is. I don't know how good she is, whatever. But I was thinking to myself, why does this look like why does this look like getting over the line more than what does any other Arsenal deal has looked like in the past? And we've been rejected twice already. Do Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it gives me that vibe, bruv. Like, bruv. Oh,
I ain't gonna lie,
fucking
you've
Ed,
lost me.
bruv.
Come.
I wish I never even mentioned Edu's name, bruv. That
Yeah, you've
prick,
lost
bruv.
me, yo. Hey, someone in the chat, let me know in it where I'm lost, fam. You've lost me. I don't know where you was going. I was trying to follow along. I have no idea why you
I
mentioned the
lost you
woman.
out there, woman strike a
Yeah,
bit,
you
innit?
did. What's that got to do with Jorginho?
No, basically, we were the Arsenal women's were bidding for what Man United's women's
Okay,
striker.
right, I got you. So
Got,
basically, what are you trying to say is that the
I'm
women's
trying to
team are
say
more on
that
it in transfers.
our women's department's got better fucking
People in charge, right? I got
people
you
in
now.
charge
Yeah,
than our men's does.
yeah.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
got you now. Yeah.
Like, you could tell me tomorrow Arsenal women's are gonna go bid for the most expensive women player in the world, and I'll and then tell me tomorrow at the same time that Edu's gonna go and fucking talk to Messi. I'm gonna have more belief in the women's than I won't even have any belief in that Messi thing.
I get you. You got more faith, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense. Yeah.
bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's fucking.
I still think Jorginho was good business by you lot. The problem was it should have been Jorginho, and it shouldn't have just been him. So I hear you when you say it should have been more, because if you look at the position Arsenal are currently in, and being first top of the league, being the best team in the country so far this season, if you add more to that, that helps you go again. That could help you in your quest to win the Premier League title. It could help you in your quest to win Europa League, depending on how serious Arteta wants to take it. So I do understand your viewpoint on that, because that's how I look at Manchester United's transfer window just gone. Like, we're in such a great position and we didn't do enough. Yes, we signed Weghorst. Yes, we signed Sabitzer, but it should have been Weghorst and
But do you think?
Sabitzer and
I don't know if I asked you this before, Floyd, but do you think that's down to the fact that there is the rumors about that Man United might be getting sold in the next couple months?
No, because they've been doing this fuckeries the entire time they're here. So this is nothing new. They only signed Sabitzer because Eriksen got injured.
Yeah, that's true.
They only signed
you're normally a summer team like Arsenal.
Yeah, they only signed Weghorst because Martial got injured and we had nobody. Like, that's like, if Eriksen doesn't get injured in that game against Reading, Sabitzer doesn't get signed, where it should have been Sabitzer and somebody else, even if it's a loan deal. It should have been Weghorst and another striker. Help Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying? This guy's cooking up gourmet dishes with just not good ingredients. Help, man. What I'm saying, assistant.
Before I quickly go on about, I just remember something about this prick again. Yeah. Let me ask you: did you watch the game yesterday?
Yeah, United Leeds. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
How was Sancho? I know he scored, but how was he?
He was good. Very good. Again, another good cameo. Came off the bench. Even outside of the goal, was very good. Positive.
So do you think?
Great outlet.
Do you think that might have a little? I could be completely wrong. I could be just looking way too deep or way too outside of it. If whatever the way you want to see it. Do you think that might have a sort of impact on why they didn't sign anyone, in a sense? Because that's how, in a sense, the reason why I say that is because I feel like that's why Edu didn't sign more, because we got Emil Smith-Rowe, who's now fucking injured again.
Oh, Smith-Rowe injured again? I did not know that.
Apparently his groin, he's out for the next 2-3 matches again. And then obviously we got Jesus coming back. So I think that was a lot of to do with why maybe he didn't sign. I'm not using that as an excuse. If that is his excuse, that's a fucking piss poor excuse. But it is what it is. It's an excuse at the end of the day. But do you think that's the reason why maybe they didn't sign, because they knew about Sancho and maybe? Do you think they'll put also? Do you think they'll put? Sorry, I know. Sorry, two questions on one.
That's cool.
Sorry, two questions on one. So, do you think that's the reason why they might have not done it with Sancho? And on top of that, do you feel like they might do the same or a similar with Anthony, what they did with Sancho?
In what sense? When you say do a similar thing with Anthony, what do you mean?
Not because did Ten Hag do that program with him and put him as a 10 or something?
No. So what it was, people have said that Sancho had off the field issues. What those off the field issues were, I'm not sure. So that's why I don't speak on them, because I don't know. But I know there was off the field issues. This is well documented and well and well known, to the point where if he was just playing poorly, you could easily just drop him, have him on the bench, don't let him play. But the fact that they said not only was he mentally wasn't right, which lets me know something outside of football went on. So it's like, go and get right, get ready. And he did that. And now he's had 2 cameos. He came on against Forest, he looked good. And against Leeds, he looked good. So there's the 2 games he's played, and he's had positive impacts. He looks fresh, taking on players, skilled. Like Sancho, a talent. Like I said, all of the criticism is going to be over the top. You play for Manchester United, you're English, and you came for big money. Of course, you are going to be under the microscope.
There already, bro.
All microscopes.
There, bro.
So it was great to see, and his goal was well deserved. It's not like he just scored the goal and did nothing else. Like he had massive impact in that game because we didn't look like scoring. And then Rashford obviously scored a great goal. Dalot was involved, Palestri involved, Sabitzer involved, but he was the constant threat. The majority of our best players came down the left-hand side. Say again.
You did call it though.
Called what? What
I
did I
just
call?
realized you called it. Like, remember when United fans started piping up again about this
yeah,
title?
yeah. This is what I'm saying. I said,
and then you said, "What if we just draw one of them games?
What if we draw one of them games?"
And you actually do it.
Yeah.
You didn't even say lost. You just said, "What if we just draw one of them games?"
Just one. And out of the sky's falling, according to some. Yes, it's disappointing to draw against Leeds, considering the form Manchester United have been in, the form they're in. But they've just sacked their manager. People forget that.
New manager bounce.
They're going to be
bro, we just experienced that, bro. The new manager bounce, bro.
And they even got a new manager. It's just not having him around because the takeover, the guy whoever
the interim is right now would have had a different sort of impact because the players would have seen it like it's a new energy in its sense. But even if it was the deputy manager at the time, it's a new energy because it's him coming in with his ideas, not someone else. This is his ideas now. Like let him land. Let's see if we like it under him. Fresh start and all that. So I mean, yeah, man, I get it.
And that was the case, and that's how I was looking at it in regard to, I understand Ten Hag's doing miracles. The system he's implemented, he has players playing above their level, but a lot of these players are average. That's what it is, and we've seen that yesterday. Yes, it was a poor performance. Leeds will bang up for it, as they are going to be on Sunday as well, and that's a rival. That's a deep-heated derby, and people.
Yeah, bro. If you're old enough, bro, you know that stuff.
What you have to do is Google Manchester United Leeds rivalry or Google.
Them man there, bro. Back in the day, bro.
Google War of the Roses, people. You know what I'm saying? Just Google Lancashire versus Yorkshire, War of the Roses, red rose versus white rose.
Do you remember the uproar that when? Oh wait, where did no? I might be thinking of the wrong player here. Where did Rio Ferdinand sign from?
Yeah, it's Leeds.
I knew, I was thinking of the right player. Yeah, I knew it was the right. Remember the uproar?
Yep.
It was a similar uproar to remember when Sol Campbell said, I'm staying at Tottenham, and then that same summer came to Arsenal on a free.
Yep, it's that type of thing. Yep, this is my point I'm talking about.
But obviously, Man United paid at that time, I think was the record, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a record for Rio at that point.
It was, and how much was it for?
It was 30 M's.
All right, listen to all you young bucks. The British record at one point in time was 30 million, and that was in 2002.
Yeah, it was like 01
or 3 or something like that. Well, 30 million. 30 million got you the top players. Just bear that in mind. Nowadays, 30 million doesn't get you shit, bro.
Yeah, you getting a prospect at 30 M's now.
But you'll get a prospect. And you would have to hope that prospect comes into what like everyone sees him to hopefully be. If you don't, and that,
absolutely. I say you lot continue to get your questions in, continue to share this out across the socials. There's 45 of you lot locked in. We're even at 20 likes. Yes, let's get 2 more. Let's get up to 20 likes. I know there's over 40 of you lot locked in. Let's subscribe. We're only looking for 1 new subscriber to get us to 5,235. 1 new subscriber. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Let's bump up these likes. Let's get to 20 likes. Come on, you lot. We slow off the mark today, man. Let's get up to 20 likes because we're only at 18. I see you, JP, who says big up to everyone. I see you. Big up to Neville as well. Says big up Flawless and Cam. Much respect. Big up to Neville. Big up Malcolm as always. Don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Great to see green usernames in the chat. Malcolm and Neville are both members as well. And subscribe, like I said earlier, like Top Gunford did here as well. But continue to get your questions in. But as I was saying as I said on Shameless FC when you was on the show, shout out to Carefree Lewis. As I stated on Man United on Monday and Tuesday, there's no guarantee Manchester United just roll through Leeds. Did I expect to win both games? Yes. And am I confident going into games as a Manchester United fan? Yes. But we're not at that level where I have
where it was like under Fergie sort of thing.
Yeah, it was not like that. We're not that team yet. We're heading in the right direction, but we're not there yet. We're not prime. Manchester United. This is not Arsenal of old. This ain't a prime Manchester City. This is not a prime Chelsea. This is not a prime Liverpool, where fans can have that type of confidence going into games like, yeah, we're just gonna beat teams. Look at the team. Not only Leeds have just sacked their manager, are going to be bang up for the game numero uno. Dalot played, who's just come back from injury. Sabitz is making his full debut. Fred, we know at best is a squad player. Bruno is Bruno. And we had an 18-year-old kid out there in Garnacho. Rashford's playing out of position. And then Weghorst.
You know what? I feel like I bet you could correct me if I'm wrong here. I feel like he might be overplaying Garnacho a bit too much. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not a United fan. I don't watch every United game. You know what I mean? So
Garnacho shouldn't be starting the games, but you know what the problem is, Camps? Ten Hag has no choice. That's how light our team is.
Yeah, I get it.
Two injuries, and we're throwing in someone who's 18. Like we're chasing the game, and you're bringing Pellistri off the bench. Pellestri's not even made his full debut for Manchester United yet. He's not started a match for us yet. But yet, he's one of the go-to guys to say, yeah, go on and bring this back against Leeds. And to his credit, he did. But we shouldn't be in that position. And this is what I'm talking about with the lack of squad depth. And this is why I talk about Manchester United not being capable of winning a league title. This is why I don't care about the race. People are like, oh, we're in the race. We can't win it. But what we can win is the free trophies that the free cup competitions we're in. And this is probably why.
Tell you what, though. Do you know what?
Yeah, go on.
Because you mentioned the trophy. I've got a funny feeling, yeah. I could be muddied on this comment in the next 2 weeks, to be honest with you. So this comment could just get muddied in the next 2-3 weeks with Newcastle. But I've just got this funny feeling. The trophy, you will be lifted a trophy, but I just got a funny feeling it will only be the FA Cup. I don't know why.
Okay.
I really don't like. Do you know what? I don't think you will lose to Barcelona.
Right.
I don't think you will lose to Barcelona, but something in my mind tells me I'm not going to be shocked if over the 2 legs they get the better of you.
Yeah, because they're one of the better teams in the competition. So it wouldn't be a shock. It wouldn't, even though
because
I think.
But if you had asked me that near the start of the season, I would have said, "Oh, Man United fucked them up all day, every day." But now they've sort of picked up their momentum. Do you know what I mean? They've got a little bit of momentum going on with them. So now when I look at it, it's like maybe I did jump the gun on Barca and probably think, I didn't give them time, like my own fucking team Arsenal. I didn't give them time, and now look where we are. Do you know what I mean? So. I don't know, man. Like it's gonna be, bro. I can. What pains me is I'm gonna see Man United lift the trophy.
You might even see 3. You might even see it 3 times. You might even see it 3 times. You might even see it 3
I'm gonna go. No, I'm not coming back on the stream.
3 times. Hey, you lot are chasing down the Prem. You know what I'm saying? You may have that. You might have in prime position. And we're only at 20 likes now. Yo, let's get up to 30 likes. 10 more. There's over 40 of you lot locked in. Let's go. 10 likes. 10 likes, people. Come on, like check 1 2 1 2. Let's hit that like button and subscribe if you are new as well. Don't forget, hit the notification bell. We're only looking for 1 new subscriber. There's just under 50 of you lot locked in. Hit the subscribe button and hit that like button if you are enjoying the content. Jesus, what is going on? It's off the mark today. Go on, fam.
So all I was gonna say, but last thing I was gonna say on the whole Edu thing as well, yeah. I forget about it. Was what pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off actually. It winds me up a little bit. It's the ones that try and defend the whole try and defend Edu and what he has brought to England, to Arsenal. Sorry. Now, don't get me wrong. For the signings that we've got, I'd say what 70%, maybe 75% are looking like they're working out,
right.
And I can't deny that. Where my two major concerns lie are: one, for some reason, when it comes to these bigger deals, his negotiations are so slow, and it's like he's trying to penny pinch every single deal. And two, if you actually look at the deals that he did sign and didn't work out, and two, the ones that we could have signed and missed out on, that list alone, and I'll just say one name alone: Bruno from Newcastle.
Yeah, Bruno G.
That guy was doing a Mudrich, bro. And we're going to lose him to Newcastle because we want a penny pinch. Do you know what I mean? It's that's what winds me up. Like, imagine Bruno in this team right now, bro. It'd be fucking scary, bro. Imagine maybe, and I don't really rate him that much, but maybe imagine a Vlahovic as the backup.
I get you.
Because he brings a whole different sort of dynamic up front.
Yeah, it's something different to what you have. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Imagine bringing, even if Jesus is injured and we're still starting Eddie, imagine him coming on 60 minutes and the team knows when he comes on 60 minutes, it's plan B now. It's game plan B.
Yep.
Keep everyone fucking guessing, bro. But we don't have him. We only have Eddie and Jesus, who are two very sort of similar players. If you look at it, they're very
yeah. It's like it's a profile. Yeah, you understand what.
You know what I'm saying? Like
from his strikers, yeah, because they are very similar.
I feel like, don't get me wrong, I feel like Jesus brings more on the overall team.
Yeah, because he's a bad player, but
it seems like he's more clinical than Jesus.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's just that shit that winds me up the most. It's like you're trying to defend a guy and we've missed out on these players. Like you look at us now. Imagine how better we would have been with these players in the fucking squad, even if they were on the bench.
Yeah,
because of the backup on the bench itself.
Yeah.
Teams would be fucking scared, bruv.
Yeah, he said if we bagged all our primary targets, our team would be a madness, especially the bench. It pisses me off. Hamari says here now.
I haven't even checked the comments the whole stream. I promise you, I've not checked the comments. I can see 40. I can see 40 comments. You know the number 40.
Yeah. The number pops up. Now I agree with you. The signings we have are good, but Edu needs to stop feeling the pressure about damaging relationships with Brighton, so we wouldn't bid higher. Big up to my guy Jez every single time as well. Yeah, they're agreeing with you. Yeah, because even Mo here is a United fan saying, I've said before that Edu should be sacked for failing to sell a project to elite talents like Felix. Top of the league and Trossard is all you can attract. Something is wrong there, I can't lie. Like I said, there should have been more. I think it's not them failing to attract a João Felix. It's just them not signing anybody in terms of his João Felix.
Do you know what it is? I feel like they actually get the player. Like, I feel like I don't even feel like it comes down to the player contract. I feel like whatever they speak to the player about, and we're gonna offer you this and this and da 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 da. I feel like the player is just happy with it. It's him negotiating with the club of the player of the price of the player itself. I get. I've already said it. I said it on Shameless. On some deals, I get you can penny pinch. I get that. Not every. Sometimes you will have to risk it and pay over the fucking boat for a player. Sometimes you have to risk it. Yes, I'm not saying do it every fucking single time, every transfer window, like what Chelsea are doing, because we don't know. I mean, if you look at the profile of the players how they should be coming up as these Chelsea players, these new Chelsea players. I mean, in the next 2-3 years, they should be the best team on the fucking planet. But we don't know if more than half of them players don't live up to the potential that they've been given. And in 2-3 years' time, half that squad that they bought this year isn't even there anymore. You don't know what's going to happen, fam. So I wouldn't say go the Chelsea route and end up spending 100 million on this guy and 100 million on that. Don't do that. But when there's a player there and you feel like, this guy could be so important for us for the future, maybe we might have to pay the price for him. All right, maybe if he doesn't work out, we'll find out in the next 2-3 years if he don't work out.
It's fair.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's not like we're giving the player fucking 300 grand a week. I heard we was going to offer like Mudryk, like, I think it started off with 50k a week and he was happy with that. Before Chelsea jumped in and then it all came out that they offered the same and blah, blah, blah. Before Chelsea actually did jump in, I generally think that he was happy with like 30 to 40k a week.
It would have been because it would have been more than what he was
on
at that time. Yeah, in UK.
That's what I'm saying. Like
100%.
I don't feel like it's the players that don't want to come. It's just us paying the club.
About the negotiation. Yeah, you're talking about the negotiations.
The whole negotiation with the club itself.
Yeah.
That's what fucking winds me up.
Well, no, that's fair. That's fair. Big up to Jez as well. Says hit the like button, people. Let's do so because there's now over 50 of you lot locked in, and we're only at 24 likes. Let's get up to 30 likes. Again, we slow off the mark today. I don't know what's going on. That being said, if you want to be a part of the mod squad I've put together in terms of moderators for the channel, let me know. All it is you have to be a regular here and be in the comments on a regular basis. That's it. It's just to help out with the channel. So if you want to be as part of the mod squad, as one of the moderators on the channel, just drop your @ in the chat or hit me up on Instagram, people. I'm looking for more. I got like 5 or 6, but I'm still looking to double that and expand. So let me know. Jez says hit the like button. Oh yeah, hit the like button, people. Make sure you do that. Let's get up to 30 likes. Yo, Cams, what if Arsenal end up trophyless somehow this season? What do Arsenal need to do next if that happens? It's a good question. What happens if you don't win the Premier League and you don't win Europa? It's a good question.
I'd be fucking fuming, bro.
Oh yeah, we know that. Of course, you'd be fuming.
To be honest, I'd be.
Without doubt.
I mean, I'm not expecting us to go win the Prem, but for us to be this good in the Prem and not go and actually win the Europa, I'd be fucking fuming, bro.
Right, rightfully so.
What would have to happen? Fucking hell.
Yeah, said, what would Arsenal need to do next? That is a good question.
For me, it's not me saying give Edu another chance because I don't want him to have another chance. But if they're gonna fucking keep with Edu, I would literally give him one more this window. This is your do or die window.
First.
We need to see who you gonna fucking bring in. This is the do or die window for me. If this, because to be honest with you, I'd be over the fucking moon if I woke up tomorrow morning, saw on Sky Sports News breaking news: Edu's been sacked as sporting director. That would make me over the fucking. I'll be so happy about that. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. This next window for me, Arsenal, Kroenke himself. Fuck Arteta and everyone else. Stan and Josh themselves. Mainly Josh because he's more involved than Stan. But Josh and Stan need to look at Edu, yeah, and see who he brings in and see if he still tries to penny pinch every fucking deal over £50 million, yeah. Because if we don't bring in a top name, at least one top name, I mean a massive name, especially after the season we've just had. I'm sorry, he would have to leave the next fucking day, the transfer deadline window. He would have to go, bro. Because I just don't see any hope for Arsenal in that point, in that sense. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Arteta, I'd be fuming at Arteta in the sense, but then I would be more pissed off in the sense because I wouldn't blame as much as I would want to put blame on Arteta, I wouldn't be able to put all the blame on Arteta because I know players are still young. Fatigue. It's the fatigue. And then I'm going to go back to saying, and we could have bought this in January. And then it's going to go all the way back like it did last season. And I can't be fucking asked for it. It's just going to be a repeat cycle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
I fully hear what you're saying, fam.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, Arteta has proved me fucking wrong this season. Without a shadow of a doubt. What he has done so far, I can solely and happily put my hands up and say, listen, he's proved me wrong. I am sorry for all that shit I did. No, I'm not sorry. I don't take back what I said because I had every reason to say what I said.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't feel like that anymore because he has proved me wrong.
First.
You know what I'm saying? But if that's the sense, then he could only have one more season. Regardless of what we do in the summer, he can only have one more season because if we end up trophyless that season, then we have to look at him. Like, why couldn't we even go to the Carabao Cup this year? Why couldn't we do the FA Cup this year?
Yeah,
why couldn't we do... I'm not expecting Champions League, but why couldn't we do Champions League if not the FA Cup and Carabao Cup?
Yeah.
You're not looking like you're winning the Premier League. Like, do you know what I mean? These are cup competitions. Mm-hmm. It's completely different to Premier League. Chelsea proved that in 2020 fucking won, bruv.
Hey, fam.
So, bruh.
Right, let's continue to run through the comments. We're still too short of 30 likes. Let's get up to 30. There's over 50 of you lot locked in. Share this across the socials as well and subscribe if you're new as well. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button. We're only looking for 4 new subscribers, man. We're only looking to get to 5,240. So we're looking for 4 new subs. I know there's at least 4 of you lot who have not subscribed. Make sure you do that. Continue to get your questions in as well, please, people. Get your questions in. Just keep them Arsenal or Manchester United related. And of course, if you super chat, we'll get to your question, comment straight away as well. Let's see where Mo says, Ten Hag, now that we play in the opponent's half more, Sancho can impact the game more. This is something I've been stressing for time. Yeah, this is something people overlook. The more your attacking players are in the ball in the final third, the more chance they get to do to cause damage to the opposition. That's why as United become more of a possession-based side and less transition, we'll see a better Sancho. We'll see a better Anthony. We'll see a better Rashford. Like, everybody's going to improve because we're more on the ball. That's why. We're going to have a lot more. A hell of a lot more. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what else. Philip says, Sancho is a talent, but in my opinion, United still overpaid for him, just like Liverpool will if we get Bellingham flawless. I can't say we overpaid for Sancho because what Sancho's done is not... We don't know what Sancho's going to do. If Sancho's a success here, and Manchester United pick up Premier Leagues, pick up a Champions League, FA Cups and League Cups, and he wins trophies here, we haven't overpaid for him. Now, if he comes here and flops and Manchester United win nothing, and he's here for 5-6 years, then I'll say that. So I'm just waiting.
When you had 1 or 2, like FA or Carabao Cup.
Yeah, FA, then you can argue that. But if he picks up a couple Premier Leagues, his money, and he plays his part, some money well spent. Put it this way. If we win 3 trophies this season, which we could, I'm not saying we will, but we could. We're in the Carabao Cup final, 6th round of FA Cup, in the Europa League with the 2 legs against Barca. If we pick up all 3 of them trophies and Sancho plays his part, he's done the business this season. He's done the business. I'm not saying he still needs to repay more because they're not the major trophies, but
he's paid off. Yeah. It's not like he hasn't paid any of his debt off.
Well, it's some. That's what I'm saying.
The debt will be it'll be in process of being paid.
It'll be in process of paying off. Like, you're like, all right, now build upon that. Now go and help us compete for the Premier League. Now go help us go far in the Champions League. Let's go up to the next level and let's go win the major trophies. Because the 3 trophies I'm talking about are the non-major trophies. But Manchester United are not in the Champions League. We're not equipped to win the Premier League. So the 3 trophies we can win, we have a great chance of winning. Go win a treble. I've said this. Go win a treble because Mo said I have a funny feeling Newcastle will beat us. We've got a mental block in the finals and semi-finals, but then he did say straight after that, forget that. We have, let's go to this. He said, 1 second. Actually, scrap that. We've got Casemiro and Lissandro. You took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth, Mo. That's exactly.
I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be exciting as everyone thinks. I think it's going to be It's going to be a very strategic game.
Because both teams are very good defensively, but I fancy our chances in that final. I've watched Newcastle. We have more in the final third than they do. Defensively, yes, they're a very good side.
And all it is, I feel like Newcastle. but then saying that you haven't been to, when was the last final you was at actually?
Villarreal, probably Villarreal.
What year was that?
Europa League. 20. I'm not sure what year it was. Let us know, people. Let us know. 2020.
Lost, didn't it?
Was it 20? Yeah, was it 2020? 2021? It might have been 2021. I don't know. Let us know in the chat, people.
I wouldn't say you got a mental block in the finals because you've only lost the one in the last, the one that you did make in the last 5 years, 6 years. I think that goes more to the semi-finals. I think you've been knocked out of the semi-finals quite a few times.
Yeah, that was under, but again, different manager, different mentality.
No, I'm not even saying it on like that. I think I'm just trying to compare it because I feel like, you know, like, since your last actual trophy, you've only been to the one final, if I'm not mistaken, right? And that's the one you lost to Villarreal.
Yeah, that's the only final we've been to recently.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only final you've been to since your last trophy.
Yeah.
It was a final. So I wouldn't say it's a mental block. It's more. Like with that comment there, that's more of a semi-final. Finals, you don't know if that's a mental block or not because you've only had the one in the last 5-6 years.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I need.
You can't judge on that one final whether that's a mental block or not. Semi-finals, yeah, because you've reached the semi-finals in a couple cups and you've been knocked out, but
even a semi-final is different because it's a different manager with different players. The spine of the team.
Is yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah. It's miles different. Like that's how I'm looking at it.
So I was just basically responding to that comment.
Yeah, and even Bossard says here, Casemiro and Martinez will see you man through on the finals. Like with Varane, Martinez, Casemiro, Sabitzer, Rashford, like Anthony, I trust the team enough to get over that. Yeah, like I fully like. And Joseph says, why the British media hate Middle East billionaires? It's just bias. The mainstream British media would rather see British people take over football clubs. It's just complete bias. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. That's what it is. Because as soon as it's someone in the Far East, if it's Saudi Arabia, if it's Qatar,
they don't have a problem with Americans as well.
Yeah, they don't for whatever reason. But as soon as it's Qatar or Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi, or if it's a Nigerian or another country in Africa, it's all of a sudden they're talking about the morale of the people and, you know, code of ethics and all this type of stuff. That's all. It's just straight bias.
When it comes to Americans and British,
just straight bias. That's all. Dominic says Newcastle play anti-football and can't score goals. Our midfield is stronger and our attack on a one-off game will come good. I don't think Newcastle play anti-goals, but they do struggle. They don't play anti-football, but they do struggle to score goals. I agree with that. I think our midfield can match him and our attack will come good. I agree. I agree with most of that.
They will be bang up for that final though.
Absolutely.
How many finals have they been to?
No, can't tell you the last time they've been to one.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be their first final in how long?
It might have been us in 99.
And I'm not talking about like your championship final where you do the playoffs. I'm not talking about that kind of final. But then saying that, didn't they come straight back up? They came through they didn't even have to do the playoffs, did they? Both times they got relegated, they didn't have to come through the playoffs. They came straight back up, didn't they?
I have no idea.
But anyway, I'm not counting even that playoffs final. I don't count that as a final. I mean like an FA Cup or Carabao Cup or one of them two finals. So yeah, they're going to be bang up for that. Just the fans alone, even whether you lose, whether you win or lose, they're just going to be bang up for it alone because it's a day in Wembley for the first time they've been to a final in how many ever years. Like, I mean, if I was United, I'd be kind of worried about that because even the players are going to be bang up for it.
Oh yeah, their players are going to be bang up for it. However,
but your players are
going to be bang up for it because we haven't won a trophy in however long, and it's the first final for a lot of them as well. So that's how I'm looking at it. That's why I don't particularly worry about it too tough. Like where they do struggle to score goals, Dominic is right there. So that's why I'm like, all right, we got this. As tough as it will be because they are defensively good, and I would have much preferred to have played Southampton. I fancy our chances, and with the manager we have as well, the mentality he has. The players we have, I'm looking at Varane, Martinez, Casemiro, Rashford, Anthony, Sancho, I can now throw in that mix. I'm looking at those our senior players, our better players to stand up and be counted. That's how I'm looking at
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised if it's a 0-0 and then goes extra time.
It could be a 1-0 win in extra time, something like that.
I wouldn't be
100%.
surprised.
Abdi says, so with United, we haven't won a trophy in 6 years, like Bruno, who have been here for a while, haven't won a trophy. Yeah, that's exactly how I'm looking at it. I'm very much looking forward to that final. Anybody know kickoff time as well? Because they've still not announced it. Does anybody know? Because they're saying they still haven't
Normally,
announced it. I don't know why.
normally
And
it's
that's
at like
16 days away.
3
4:30
o'clock,
last year.
no?
It was 4:30 last year. It was 4:30. The Carabao Cup final.
Oh, that's the FA Cup. I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it was 4:30. Big up JB, says big up Flawless. Want to see what Ten Hag does on Sunday after what happened last game. When's the next NBA stream? Need to hear from Peter and Fator concerning this trade deadline. In regards to NBA, Friday night. So tomorrow night, 1 a.m. on the Twitch, courtside commentary. So we'll be doing a courtside commentary podcast. So Peter will be there.
Couple
will be there,
happy
Eddie will
LeBron
be
fans.
there. Everyone will be there. We'll be talking, obviously, KD to the Suns will be the main point, but Kyrie to the Mavericks as well. So, yeah, 1 a.m. courtside commentary. That's on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. But again, that's on the upcoming live stream schedule on the Twitch. So make sure you check that out. In regards to what Ten Hag does on Sunday, yeah, he's just going to make sure they don't come out as sloppy like that again. That's what he's going to do. He's going to make sure, because we was terrible start to that game. Terrible start to the game against Leeds. Terrible
What you've
first
done
half.
is you've
and
given
not
them a
good
bit of
second start,
confidence
Ernst.
now for that
Yes.
second game.
Yep. And they were going to be bang up for that anyway. Ellen Rowe's going to be rocking. Manchester United come to town. It's going to be absolutely and the players have to stand up and be counted. So the players got to do. They have to stand up and be counted 110%. Let's see what's going on. While we wait for that, hey, we're on 34 likes. There's over 50 of you lot in here. Let's get up to 40 likes. Hit 6 of you lot to hit the like button. That's all. Let me see if we got any new subs as well. As we're 4 short. So we're looking for 6 likes. 6 more likes. That's it. And 4 more subscribers, people. That is it. Continue to get your questions in as well. And somebody mentioned it earlier, obviously. Manchester United, if we get rich owners, it's a wrap. Oh, yeah, of course. Nobody wants to cams. Nobody wants to see
I'll
us
be honest with you, I wouldn't be
with
worried.
rich owners. How come you wouldn't be worried at us with rich owners?
Spent the most regardless. So it's going to be like, well.
So you think it's the same as the structure that they could
It's
put
the
in place?
same, but it's gonna be the same, but it's gonna be better, obviously, because it's not gonna be as fucking.
Structure. It's the structure. It's not about the money that we spend. It's having a structure in place. That's what I'm most excited about. Manchester United with owners who actually care about the football club is a dangerous thing. That is a dangerous thing. Because these men don't care. This is why you have man like Woodward and all these Egypts running around messing up this football club. Like nobody was held accountable for anything. But now, if this rich owner, if you spend $5 billion on something of your own money, guess what? You're gonna make sure it's in shape. You spend $5 billion.
That's facts. That's facts.
You ain't just letting whoever's running it let it go to shit. And that's what it is like. I keep saying this, it's not even about the money for me. Because I don't want Manchester United. I don't want us to do a Todd beat and go spend 600, 700 million. All I've said before, and I say again, is I want Manchester United to be able to compete for any player financially, because that should always be the case. So if Ten Hag in the summer decided and went, I want Bellingham, we should be able to go compete with a Manchester City, with a Real Madrid, with a Chelsea, if his price was, let's say, hypothetically, 120 million. Price should never be a stumbling block for Manchester
I would
United.
say Arsenal, but
I
we
thought
all know
Arsenal,
about it.
say we went head to head with Arsenal, say we wanted Casado and Brighton were like 80 million. If Ten Hag was like, go and get me him, 80 million shouldn't be the problem. It should be he chose to go Arsenal, which is cool, or he chose to go Chelsea.
No, we wouldn't get him anyway. We'd be offering 55 plus 20 in add-ons.
And yeah, no,
we're not even meeting the valuation on add-ons, bruv. Like that's how much we take the piss, bruv. They're asking for a price, and then you offer a fucking lower price with add-ons that don't even meet the price that they want. It's like me saying, yo, listen, you lend me £100, yeah, and then I'll give you £70 back and we'll be done with it. Like, hold on, where's the other £30 gone? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no. And then when it comes to the second or third bid, it's finally, they did offer the price, but by then it was too late, or right. It's like, fucking hell, bro.
Yeah, no spamming in the chat as well, people, or you will be blocked. You know what I'm saying? You should know this by now. Are you not spamming in the chat? No spamming in the chat. We'll get to
All
our
I
questions.
need, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I'm not worried about my owners in a sense where I feel like they're doing a lot better for our club than what they were doing 2-3 years ago.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? There's still a lot of shit. I mean, there's still a lot of improving themselves to do. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot still to do. They've still got a lot to work on. But from 2-3 years ago, they've come a long way. Josh, maybe, mainly. I wouldn't even put it down. I'll say Josh. He looks like he's come a long way. He's still got a long way to go, don't get me wrong. But he's come a long way from where he started. On the money side, I'm not worried about that. It's the sporting director side of it, bro. It's where I'm worried. Like, is this gonna happen in every single transfer window now? Like, are we expected to be linked to all these fucking talented players and not to actually sign more than half of them because Edu's trying to penny pinch on every single fucking deal? Is this what I'm expected? Because if that's what is going to be expected at Arsenal, don't be surprised when we're not challenging for the title, or when we are challenging for the title and then we drop off at the end. Like, don't be surprised. Because I won't be surprised. Like,
let's hope it happens, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, fuck you. I hope it don't happen, fam.
I need the Arsenal meltdown, man. You know what I'm saying? I need that meltdown from you, lot.
And then every year, every season, we're gonna finish in top 4, and then fucking, like, I give a shit about top 4. We're not even winning the fucking thing, bruv. I said it every single season we did finish top 4. What's the point of us fucking challenging when we get knocked out in the last 16 anyway, bro?
Yeah. It's not like you're one of the favorites for the competition.
Do you know what I mean? It's not even like we get to the semis or anything, or we got a chance. No, every single season, last 16, done. And you're trying to tell me top 4? Nah, bun all that. I don't want to be top 4 for us to get to the fucking last 16 and get knocked out in the last fucking 16. Or that one lucky year we get to the quarters, we get fucking knocked out in the quarters, bro. I don't want to see that. I've seen that. I saw that for 10 years of my life. Well, not 10 years, but 8 years of my, like 6 years in a row, bro.
We all watched. I watched. It was a great watch. Great games.
Bro.
Mary says, yeah, Josh is more involved.
Top 4 this, top 4 that.
Big up JG. He says it's not just Edu. Garlic deals with the finances and negotiations. Who's Garlic?
Yeah, I did mention Richard Garlic on one of the streams. Okay.
I don't even know who he is. Hey, big up JG as well, man.
That's the brother. He's a prick, bro. He's
who Garlic?
His name. That's what he should be. That's who he should be. His name is what he should be. He should just be that one little clove of garlic, bro. He's a prick, bro.
Why? What did Garlic do? Why Arsenal fans so mad?
He's like.
This is the first I've
heard
of it.
Dude's right hand man in a sense. Like he's a
right. He's a
you know what I'm saying? He deals. He does the dealings as well, bro.
No.
Fuck.
Right.
Oh.
Shout out Garlic, man, doing a great job.
We got a fucking toe-sucking barbecuing guy, and then we got a guy who fucking shares a name with a fucking piece of food, bro. A garnish.
That's not his fault that his surname's Garlic. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care, bro.
That's it. I blamed him for his surname, like it's his fault.
It's his fault, bro. You can go to that change people, fam. Don't piss me off. Fam.
It's not like his fault. Himari said part of Edu's team. CR says, yo, Flawless, would you take Janonto from Leeds and Onana from Everton? I feel like these type of signings we used to make under Fergie. Janonto, that's the first time I've seen him in regards to playing at Leeds. Did he not make his debut? I swear that was his debut because he's only 19.
Yeah.
Onana from Everton, I've already said before the Arsenal performance, I would take him 100%.
Why didn't we go for Onana?
Yeah, you lot should have went for Onana.
Why didn't we go in for Onana? Like, that's what pissed me off as well. Like, we could have got him for like 40-50 mil, bruv.
Yeah.
And you're stressing over this fucking guy over 80 mil. Onana's right there, bruv. Why don't you be like, all right, cool, fuck that. I'll save myself 10-15 mil and I'll go to Onana. Sorry, man.
It's cool, man. This is what Sarcasm City TV is here for. Get things off your chest, man. Get off your chest, go on.
He's a prick, bro. He's a prick, fam.
is. But yes, to answer your question, see, I've only seen Ginonto that one game because I believe that was his debut. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. As for Onana, yes, I've been waxing lyrical about him for the past 2, 3, 4 months now. Like regular watchers will know I've said, go and get him in the summer, Manchester United. Whether Everton survive or not, which I think they will, 50 M's, go get him. Perfect backup for Casemiro. Perfect backup for Casemiro. I think he's only 21, 22, so he'll get better. Everyone knows about him, like from a physical standpoint. He's also technically sound as well. When we played him, I was impressed with him. Good from set pieces, both defensively and offensively as well. Fits the mold. Like, why would you not? And he wouldn't be too expensive. 1, 2, his wages wouldn't be too expensive. And 3, he's not going to come in demanding first team football. And he got that dog in him as well. So I'm a big fan. So yeah, I've said this, but watch him. He'll go elsewhere. United won't get him, and I'll be pissed. Ginonto already plays for Italy. I remember him playing against England. But was that not his debut against United yesterday? Well, a couple of days now, technically now. Onana will be bossing the league in 1-2 seasons, and he's more mobile and attacking than Caicedo. It depends what you want. My point is, I would take Caicedo as well, but Caicedo, I think, is at the point where he'll probably demand first team football, whereas Onana's not there yet. Plus, Onana's cheaper, so I don't think there's major difference from what I've seen.
There's not a major difference. Their stats are quite.
I've watched it. Yeah, I've only watched them both
bro.
a handful of times, but they're 2 players I'm looking at. But I said this, as soon as I seen Onana, I was like, who is this guy? Because obviously, when you're 6'4", 6'5", playing in midfield, you're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to
could have been our Patrick Vieira, bro.
Yeah. Nah, I wasn't. Remember, we watched him against Liverpool and he came on. Oh, did he? I stand corrected, Jez. You know me, man. My memory's terrible. Oh, yeah, wait. Did he play his part in the goal, Jez? Is that when we was busting up? We was probably too busy bagging on Liverpool. That's what it is. Shout out Liverpool, signed 10th place and all them things there.
Yeah.
I'm saying, in the middle of the table.
Definitely haven't been the same since you dropped that song, bro.
Yeah. Tox tells me that all the time. Ever since I dropped that lyric and dropped that song, Liverpool have just been like... I've just been in the mud.
First them for life, bro. Until Klopp leaves anyway, because with a new manager, they can't use that same bar, innit? Because it'll be a new manager. But I want to feel like that Jurgen side on Merseyside. Oh my god, that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Oh yeah, the second goal he did cook Trent. Okay. He's been playing that one his debut. All right, I stand corrected. He scored in his last 4 games for Leeds. I think I definitely remember him playing England last year. Hey, you lot know my memory's not the best. That's why I don't remember. Facts, Onana is the perfect young DM. I've been a big fan and still am. Hey, you lot, there's just under 60 of you lot locked in, which means more people have just joined. That's fantastic. But we're only at 36 likes. 4 more likes. That's all we're looking for. Get us up to 40 likes. Also, share this out across the socials. Also, we're only looking for 2 new subscribers now to get us to 5,240. Only looking for 2 new subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, people. Only looking for 2. I'm saying that's legit it. But yeah, he cooked Trent for the second goal. Yeah. We was too busy cracking on Liverpool. That's what it was. We was too busy running banter, running jokes.
Put that back post open again, yeah?
Yeah. We were too busy. But that being said, obviously, speaking of Everton, obviously, with that loss there, do you think it's a blip and do you expect Arsenal to bounce back at home to Brentford?
I do expect it, bro. Only going because of how we... All right, when we took our set back to United, I expected then for us to go on a little blip then.
Mm-hmm.
We bounced back quite well, to be fair.
Right.
Then we drew to... Oh, who did we draw to, bruv?
Newcastle.
No, it was before Newcastle.
There was no one to chat.
We had before the Newcastle game, we had literally like one draw and 1 win, and then the other, 1 draw and 1 loss, and the other one, all the rest were wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, we drew to someone else, and then I thought maybe this is where let's see how we bounce back from this. Bounce back well. Well, go on, bruv. Sorry, some random cats was looking in my door, fam.
This guy,
Not here, fam. He's not here, fam. No, my cat. I've got a cat here, innit? My mum's got a cat here, innit? I'm at my mum's there, innit? Probably.
Did you not draw to Southampton?
Was it Southampton?
Hamari said it's Southampton.
It might be Southampton then, yeah. And then we drew to Newcastle. After we drew to Newcastle, I wasn't worried about it because I was more worried about, are we going to beat Brighton, which we did?
Yeah.
Are we going to be, because when I saw that stretch of games, Brighton, Man United, Newcastle, Spurs, when I saw that stretch of games, and whoever, was it West Ham, I think, yeah. When I saw that stretch of games, I was more worried about just getting past West Ham and Brighton. And then I was looking at that fucking Newcastle thinking, all right, if worse does come to worse and we do get 2 bad results here, I'm looking at a Newcastle game saying maybe that draw might a draw would be a good result against Newcastle.
Got you.
But we actually did win against West Ham and Brighton. Then it came to Newcastle, we drew. Thought maybe we should bounce back against Tottenham, and then I was more worried about the United game because of how United were on. But then we beat. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm from the 3 little drop-offs we have had, we bounced back quite well. So that's what I'm expecting us to do. I'm expecting us to go and beat Brighton, and then hopefully, push comes to shove, we go on next week and beat City as well. That's a very, very big if, and hopefully. But yeah, I think I'm expecting us to bounce back. I am expecting.
I would expect it. As much as I'd like to. Brentford are a good side. I don't see you lot.
I'm not taking it away from Brentford, but we've already beaten away 3-0. We should.
Yeah. If it's at home, if it was
I'm not saying that game's going to be as open as that 3-0 was. But I'm expecting us to beat Brentford. I'm expecting us to, because we're at home now. I'm expecting us to go in that game, looking at how we lost against Everton, be like, fuck, we need to make a statement, bro.
Yeah. No facts.
We're top of the league for a reason. We need to make a statement on why we're still top of this league.
Facts.
And look at that Brentford game, boom, and then go into the City game with the confidence. Because I feel like if we don't get a win against Brentford, we don't get a win against City.
Well, fast.
Because we've taken 2 L's in a row.
Yeah, because you play City on the 15th.
Yeah, literally next week, bruv.
No, it's next week Wednesday. Yeah. My notes.
It's not even next Saturday, bruv. It's Wednesday, bruv.
Wednesday, man, because it's the same day as Champions League.
Yeah, brother, and that's
man, I'm watching. I know, man. I'm fully clued up. When I did the schedule, I was like, oh shit, all right. So that day, people, there will be 2 watch-alongs going on. There will be Arsenal, Manchester City will be here on the YouTube channel, and then the Chelsea boys will be holding down Chelsea versus Dortmund on the Twitch. So we'll be running both at the same time, people. But I will be here.
It's gonna be interesting, bro.
Watching these 2 teams I can't stand, but here we are. You know what I'm saying the things I do for you. You know what I'm saying? It's fuckeries, yo.
Anyway, no, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because I fear the worst if we don't get a win against Brentford. And I mean, when I say win, I don't mean like a lucky fucking win. I mean like a good performance, solid performance. We deserve nothing less but the win. I'm not looking at like if we get a lucky win, like a lucky 1-0 or 2-1 or whatever. Saying, yo, we were lucky to get a point. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at it as a solid, comfortable performance against Brentford, getting a win, then to go and see. Because I fear that if we don't put a good performance against Brentford, I fear that's where the win does play a part.
The wheels don't. So the performance is not.
That's where I fear the wheels start falling off. Because after that, we've got City.
The one on Wednesday is at your place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go on, carry on.
So we got Brentford at home and then City at home.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like the wheels start loosening.
Hey.
Because even though the stretch from after City to whatever it is in April when we play Liverpool, whoever it is, when you look at them games, we should be winning every single one of them. On paper, we should be winning every single one of them anyway. But I fear that's where the win comes in, and we will drop off. We'll start like losing points in silly games that don't need to be lost to. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like if we beat Brentford comfortably, go into that Man City game and hopefully beat Man City off the back of beating Brentford, or even just draw. Even if we draw, but we look like we should have fucking completely won. Like, but beat like, all right, we might be disappointed with the draw itself, but we're not disappointed in the way we play. We're like, yo, we should fucking, they were the lucky ones.
I get you.
then I
So the
look at
performance. You're
that.
looking for a performance to match up. You're looking so the performance is on point. I hear you. I hear
Yeah,
what you're
that's what
saying.
I'm saying. Like,
Mm.
if we're looking at the performances, like, so we beat Brentford and we go into City, even if we don't win, and they somehow luckily fucking grab a draw against us.
Mm.
If our performance was top notch, then I look at the rest of that period up till we play Liverpool next. As bruv,
Look at your fixture list.
I ain't scared of no team.
I'll have a look at your fixture list now. Yeah, go on, carry on. I'm literally just pulling up your fixture list as we speak and see. And you lot, yeah, we've hit 40 likes. Big up you lot. Let's go to 50 now. We've hit 40 likes. Let's get up to 50
That's
likes.
what I'm
10
saying.
more.
I won't be looking at any team in that stretch. Benny Fear, and I don't think the team will, because I feel like the biggest bump, the biggest hurdle to get over is, of course, Manchester City. I feel like where the pressure lies on us a little bit more now is when we should have played Man City.
Yeah, because it's City at home. Then you're away to Villa, early kick. Shout out Villa. And then
Villa.
and then
Villa.
Sorry, if it cracks me up, yo. The Brummy accent is hilarious. I like it, yo. I really
Villa.
do. That's just as funny. Villa. You know what I'm saying? Of the Villa. And then
Villa.
And then Leicester away. So you do have tough games because Brentford at home is not easy.
I'm not saying we don't have tough games.
I know.
In that
you
run.
are. No, I'm just saying I didn't realize your fixture list was like this because Brentford at home is tough.
Look at our fixture list up till,
and then away to Leicester. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Look at our fixture list up till, I think, is it April 8th? It might be April 8th or April 12th. One of them 2 days.
All right. So you play Leicester away on the 25th of Feb. Then March the 1st at home to Everton. Then you play Bournemouth at home. Then Fulham away. Then Palace at home. Then Leeds at home. Then Liverpool away. Then West Ham away.
There. That's it.
Yeah.
So all them games up to that Liverpool game, I'm looking at like, bro, we should be winning 90. Like, even if we drop one of them games, a draw or whatever, we should be winning the majority of them games.
Yeah, you lot might do this. You might win this fucking league, you know. Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I don't think anyone's really clocked our fixture list up to.
No, I have, because this is the first time I've looked at it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I need 2 real good performances, and especially a win against Brentford. But I need Arsenal to come out with 2 real solid performances in the next 2 games, because I feel like 2 bad performances sets off up. I hope I'm wrong. Touch wood, I am wrong, but I feel like that's when
it's a bad precedent if you do put in poor performances and drop points here. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And from the start of the season, when I spoke about it's not if, it's when with Arsenal, that quote unquote when, I feel like that's when it starts.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's hope the downward spiral does happen. But the fans in the chat, confident. Hamari, Bossard. I see the Arsenal fans in the chat are confident. They're confident that you lot do the business. Let's continue to run through these questions as well. Continue to get your questions in. Just keep them Arsenal or Manchester United related, please. When we played Everton, Onana was giving Casemiro a run for his money. Show the barging, man off the ball and everything. Unbelievable engine. Watch Manchester City snap him up for a cool 25 million. He is unbelievable. He was good in that game as well. But he'll cost more than 25. It'll be minimum 40, 50 M's, 100%.
Especially after this season, Everton will get their money for it.
Yeah, it's stuck. Highbury's local badger says, I hate those toxic fan base that chat top 4. They are the biggest losers. 2 decades of no ambition, no Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues. I blame the employers. They should have sacked Edu and his team ages ago. So he is not happy. But okay, Amari's confident. Says we need to bounce back.
That's where now I feel like if you're on Cronky about spending wise, then I've just shut up, because you cannot tell me he has not spent money in it. Yeah, but if you're on Cronky about looking at his own team wise, that's where I can feel like, that's where I can agree with you on, like, yo, fix up Cronky on that sense.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like, look at your team, bruv. Look at your structure right now. It's not as good as they've made it out to be. It really ain't. you need to clock on, not everyone else to make you think to like tell you. You have to pattern on that. Yo, I know Arsenal should be and could be and should be doing better right now. Edu is just not doing it for us. That's where that's where the questions for me, anyway, for me personally, where the questions are still with the Conkeys. Because money wise, I can't even tell you. There's no Arsenal fan that can tell you right now they haven't fucking invested in our club. The problem is what they've invested in, they don't know. That's the problem. If they knew, maybe they don't invest in half of that shit that we've bought in. Problem is they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. Sorry. Keep going.
That's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for, man. It's for you to get things off your chest. You won't be the first person. You won't be the last to have a rant on this channel. You already know. But like I said, looking at your fixture list, it is favourable. Yeah, Brentford at home will be tough. City at home again will be tough, but City are in worse form than you lot are. Villa away. Villa just got beat by Leicester, even though Villa are in decent form but in the lower half. Leicester, I just smoke on, even though they beat Villa, are not a good side. Everton at home will be tough. Bournemouth at home, you'd expect to get past that, will be tough. Fulham are a good side, but that's a winnable game. Palace, I think you'll beat at home as well. Leeds at home, the same. Liverpool away, Liverpool have been awful. I'm not saying Arsenal win all these games. I'm just saying that it's a favourable running. West Ham away, that will be tough. Southampton at home, they'll probably like...
That's what I'm saying. Up to the Liverpool game.
City away will be tough. Chelsea at home won't be easy. Newcastle away won't. See, the ending's the tough.
Yeah, the ending's tough. The ending for Arsenal is very tough.
Yes, the end's
but
tough.
That period from City to Liverpool, that first City game to the Liverpool away game, we should be looking at every single game as we need to be nothing but winning with these games.
Yeah.
For us to stand a chance at the end of the season to lift the league, we have to literally win. Like I said, we can only really, and that's if we do beat Brentford and beat or draw against City, from my prediction anyway. Yeah. We can only really drop points in one of those games if they're serious about winning this league anyway.
Right. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I mean, if they're happy about getting top 4, then by all means, you can just lay off the fucking carpet now and fucking chill, win it. And then you paganed out. Do you know what I mean? You just paganed out. But if you're serious about wanting to be winning this league, you have to fucking be up for the next, especially that period before Liverpool. You have to for every single one of them games, bruv.
Yeah.
If you're looking at yourself as an Arsenal player thinking, I want to win, I want to be a Premier League winner in an Arsenal shirt, you cannot be looking at it like, yeah, I get you're tired, but you cannot be looking at it like, oh, fuck, maybe if we drop a couple points so I can just get a bit of, no, you can't, bruv. You have to be like, all right, quite tired, but I want this more than anything, bruv. You have to look at that period of fixtures, especially as, bro, we need to win every single one, barring maybe one. And that's not even us taking a loss. That's just taking a draw.
Yeah. If you're on, the thing is, what you're talking about is right. If you're chasing a championship, you're chasing a title. It has to be that mentality.
That's how it has to be. But if you're happy that you're, this is where we define where Arsenal are, where they really are, whether they're really back as title challengers. Or they're back as just a top 4 team. This is where this is defined. This period now defines where Arsenal really are.
Well, I agree. 110%.
So if the worst does come to worst and the worst does happen and we do drop off, then we're only a top 4 team. We were never a title challenging team.
You know what time? You know what it is. I think.
But if we get through this period and we're still top of the league and we've won majority of them games, maybe drawing one of them. Yeah. But I reckon that will give us all the confidence in the world to go into that tough, the tough ending with more confidence than negativity, in the sense where, yo, look at it. We look at it like this. If we beat Liverpool, or we can get to Liverpool, we put in a fucking banging performance and get something from Liverpool. Yeah, we should then go on to the next 2 games after that, Southampton and whoever it is. We should beat them before we come to City. All right, City might do the thing on us. let's go there, hopefully getting a draw or win. But if they do the thing on us, they do the thing on us. That'll be our third loss of the season. Let's make that City game, if it needs to be, our second loss of the season. Oh no, it would be our third. Sorry, third. If it needed to be like that, we're title challengers. If it needed to be, and we had to take one more L of the season, let it be that City away game. You get what I mean?
I get what you're saying. You don't want to lose games, but
you don't want to lose it. Obviously, I'm not saying I want to go there and lose.
No, I get fully what you're saying.
I'm just saying if we have to take one more L of the season, let it be that City away game. Because I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad.
The position of strength you're in is the fact that even though I think if you lot drop off, I was personally waiting for City to kind of click into gear, and it doesn't seem like it's happening. They're still capable of it because of the manager they have in the players, but they don't seem to have that to be able to flick the switch.
We play whether we like it or not. Right now, we play City at the perfect time, bro.
Absolutely.
We couldn't ask for a better time to play City right now.
Absolutely.
We couldn't. As Arsenal, we cannot be asking for a better time to play City because what's to say they don't beat us, and then that's the game that kickstarts off their fucking 20 game. Well, obviously not 20, but you know what I mean. Their 10 to 12 game winning bound. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know, innit? So this is the perfect time to play City. We need to be going into the City game with a fucking winner because we've taken 2 L's now. I know one was in the FA Cup, but we've taken 2 L's on a bounce now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. We lost to City and then we lost to Everton.
Yeah, because someone said if you don't beat Brentford, it's no wins in 3 in all competitions.
Yeah, no wins in 3 in all competitions. That's what I'm saying. And then there'll be 2 L's back to back in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And if that was to happen, bruv, don't come to me when I'm saying, look, we're going to take the L tonight. Because that's what I'm going to be expecting. Because now I've seen the drop-off is coming. I'm hoping that that's not the case. But that's why I want to see a strong performance against Brentford. Strong, solid win against Brentford. And then I'll be looking at the City game like, yo, we should be winning this. Like, we need to be winning this. All right, fair enough. If they grab a lucky draw, then fucking they're lucky on that part. But we should be going into this game like, by full time, if we haven't won, people should be saying, yo, City got fucking lucky. Yo, City are
talking about the performance. Because even if you take it out, you're not looking to have a bad performance to give them even more momentum. It's Arsenal
that's what I'm saying. If we dominate City and they've somehow snuck out with a 1-1 or whatever, you know what I mean, or a 0-0. But we dominated them over the 90-minute period. Yes, I'll be upset in the sense that we didn't win. Yeah, cool. But performance-wise, I'll be like, listen, after that performance, we can beat. We perform like that in all of our matches. We're beating any team.
I get you. Right,
so these, for me, I feel like these next 2 matches are the most. As an Arsenal fan, and I know probably there's Arsenal fans that might disagree with me with these, but I feel like these next 2 fixtures, Brentford and City, are our most important 2 fixtures of the whole fucking season. To define where we are as a fucking club itself, where we are, whether we're just a top 4 team again, or we're a title challenging team.
Because if you win these 2 games, it does put you in a great position. If you beat Brentford and you beat City, if you beat them back to back, especially City being midweek as well, I get exactly what you're saying. But say you draw to Brentford and then lose to City, or lose to Brentford and draw to City, that's a whole different conversation.
It's a whole different conversation, bro. Yeah. It's a whole different conversation. It's now like, all right, cool. If we draw to Brentford, or we lose to Brentford, or we draw to City, and they win, whoever they got on the weekend, they're only 2 points behind us. Then
I get what you're saying, bro.
Then I know for a fact our players will start feeling the pressure. Hopefully by then Jesus is back and said, "What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Nah, fam. This ain't happening. No. I'm back now, innit? Don't worry, man. Them, I got you. Hopefully that happens, innit? And then he goes and bangs out 20 goals in 10 matches. I'll be happy about that, innit? but let's be honest. I don't think that's gonna happen. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like that's these next 2 matches will define Arsenal season. I reckon. Well, not define it. Will have
But
a
it could have a major
part.
Yeah, it has a major impact. Like we could
It may
look back if
like
Arsenal
these next 2.
are unsuccessful in the season, we could look back on these 2 games and go, that was pivotal in
That's
Arsenal being
where
successful.
that's where it went wrong, or
pivotal
that's where it went right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what
Like,
you're saying. That Brentford game gonna be interesting. It really is. I would do a watch along, but like I don't particularly want to. Actually, I got shit to do on that Saturday anyway, so yeah, I can't even do that one, unfortunately. If you like with a late kick, would I do it? Probably not. I ain't really trying to see you lot on a title charge.
you know what? Hey, listen, if City get deducted their points, United and Arsenal are back, bro.
This guy, yo. I just want us to pick up a trophy. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at. Big up. There's still, which is crazy considering the time. There's still over 50 of you lot locked in. I know some people are not watching in the UK time zone. Wherever you're watching from, big up, much appreciated. Because Sarcasm City TV worldwide. We are gonna close out shortly. We are at 44 likes now, 6 more.
To 50.
So 6 more likes. Get us up to 50 likes before we close out. I'm only looking for 1 new subscriber as well to get us to 5,240. Just 1 subscriber as well. And actually, we haven't spoke on this because we didn't do a show. We haven't done a show since. I believe you got knocked out by Manchester City. I don't think we have anyway. But Hybrid Local Badger says, I was fuming when we threw away our FA Cup chances, and I agree with my brother. We must beat Brentford, and City is vital. What's your thoughts on that? Was you upset at the team Arteta picked? Did you understand?
You know what?
Was your thoughts? Because it was very, very mixed from what I seen.
Do you know what? I was in 2 minds, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Now, when we got knocked out in the Carabao Cup, I did not like. I'll be honest with you, as an Arsenal fan, I know as a trophy in itself, I should be upset, but I just generally did that cup alone. I don't give a fuck. That 1 cup alone, I generally don't give a fuck about because we never fucking win it anyway. That's just the 1 cup. I generally don't care, innit? Yeah. Like if we was to win it, I generally don't think I'd give a fuck about it. And that's not me being a negative guy. I just don't like that cup. We just do not have a good fucking history in that fucking cup, bruv. The one final we got to in the last 20 years, we fucking lost, bruv. To Birmingham, bruv.
Oh yeah, it was Brum. Yeah, it was. We got Birmingham.
That's what I'm saying, bruv. So
Birmingham.
But with the FA Cup, I mean, yes, there was a part of me that was upset that we was at the FA Cup. There was a part of me because in my mind I feel like we could have, if we could have got past City, we could, if shit did go Pete Tong for us, we could have used that as our backup.
Yeah,
just to get a trophy, to lift the trophy at the end of the season, Yeah, all right. The season started off great. It fucked up at the end, but we're lifting a trophy. There's something to celebrate. We're lifting the trophy. Yeah, fair enough. It's only another FA Cup, but it is something. But because we're not there anymore, obviously that upsets me. But I'll be honest with you, I was more surprised about how well our team did against that City team when you looked at our lineup.
Okay, so that gives you first.
When I saw our lineup, I promise you, and call me a fake or a fucking bad Arsenal fan.
No, you thought you was gonna get beat. We all did.
But no, listen. When I saw our lineup, bro, compared to theirs, man, straight away went on Paddy Power and put a £2 bet down on a 4-0, bro. I ain't even joking on that, bro. I'm not even, bro. I thought like when I saw the lineup, and it's not me dissing Arsenal. I just compared the 2 lineups, and I was like, yo. I'd get it if City came out with a weaker lineup, but they've come out with near enough a fucking full starting 11 that they normally start in the Premier League. I know there was a couple changes, don't get me wrong, but it was only like two or 3, where we had half our squad were like our bench B squad, whereas I think 9 of their players were their main players.
Yeah.
I was more surprised that
yes, they did. That's correct. Yeah.
But I was more surprised that we were actually looking more like the ones that should have really come out with something in that game than them.
First,
and we had more of a B squad than they did.
Mhm.
So I was more happy about it. Like it was a weird feeling, bruv. Like I can't really explain the feeling. Like, yeah, I was upset we were out, but I was actually really happy about the performance. I was like, yo, like that performance shocked me.
The
Like,
performance was good. Like, if you would have got something, it would have been a surprise to people. If you would have won or drew the game, I
yeah,
fully
that's what I'm
understand that.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
fine.
Like, that's
fine.
where I stand on it. But yeah, us being out of the FA Cup, it is a bit upsetting because we could have used that as a backup plan.
Yeah.
Not that I wanted to, but we could have. Now we can't.
Yeah.
But that gives us more. That should give us more determination in the two competitions that we are in, because now there is what. So what? There's what? How many more games to the final of the FA Cup? What that you would have to play? So you got
It's the 6th round semi-final, final. So it's 3 games.
so there's an extra 3 games there.
Yeah, man. Don't worry.
Especially the pressure of if you do get to the final, there's that added pressure in the final.
Yeah.
So I mean, in a sense, we play 3 less games now.
Yeah.
If you look at it like that, we play 3 less games in the season. So that can help us for our Europa and our Premier League push.
Exactly. Don't worry about that, man. We got that, man. FA Cup, man. We gonna deal with that.
I mean, it is ours, so yeah. I mean, I guess we have to learn.
We gonna pattern that, man. We gonna pattern the Carabao, FA, Europa. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do our business.
Yeah, I can't believe it. City are loaning out their cup, and we're loaning out our cup. Fucking hell. Yeah. What time to be alive?
We took the chain, man. It's ours now. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? That's ours. How many you on? Like 12? Bro, hit 14, bro. Hit 14 every
time. Next season, you know what I'm saying? And Premier League and Champions League next season. But that's a whole different conversation. Because the Champions League final next season's at Wembley. It's at Wembley.
Yeah, that's our home, bro. What have I told you about? That's our home, bro. We're winning it next season. Just know, I'm not saying we're gonna win it, but if we get to the final, just know I'm not expecting anything but a win, because that's our second home, bro. Yeah, of course, man. Teams hate playing Arsenal. I don't get it. I don't know why Arsenal don't just put a petition in moving to Wembley, bro. We've got a better win percentage at Wembley than we do at our Emirates, bro.
Yeah, you might have to still. Do you agree with Boss out there, though? He says should have played the strongest team and smoked them. Or do you understand the changes Arteta made? Because
I understand it, and I understand it because, I mean, we should have, but at the same time, it's like I understand why he picked the team he picked. Like, you have to rest players when you can give them a rest. You know what I mean? But it's what it is, man. Can't really go back on it.
Can't go back on it. You can't. I think that's pretty much all of the questions. Yeah, it is. Normally this is fortnightly, people, but me and Cam going to talk because we're going to have to do this, try and do this show Thursday, because you lot play City on Wednesday and United first leg is Barcelona is on Thursday. So if we do this show after that, that'll be epic. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be Arsenal, Manchester City recap.
Please go the Arsenal way, bro. Barcelona, you better do job.
Like, that is going to be epic. Regardless
if
of
Arsenal win and Barca beat up Man United, but imagine it's the other way. You won't see me, bro.
So we're going to try and pattern that, people. We are going to try and pattern that, because even when I was just looking at the schedule then, when I was putting the schedule together and I've got it written down as well, I was like, I need to shout Cam and do a show on that Thursday. Like, that fits in. You lot playing City on the Wednesday.
Wait, who's your next show with?
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll run it.
Who is your next show with?
Well, technically it was supposed to be you, because this was supposed to be with Jan, the Manchester City show. So technically it's your show anyway. But don't worry, we'll do that. No one will care about City. We'll run this one.
No, because do you have another day for the Tottenham?
No, normally it's normally. Oh yeah, that's fortnightly. That's Saturdays. The Tottenham.
Oh, that's on no. Because for some reason I had it in my mind that you did one on a Thursday. You did all of them on a Thursday, but
no. It's just the Arsenal United show and the City United show alternate Thursdays, and then I got the show with Saint. We do every week. That's every Tuesday, and then fortnightly is the Chelsea, Spurs, and United show. That's on Saturdays. That's back this Saturday, actually, people. But
do you feel like you have a better conversation with Saint than with Ryan? Yeah.
So what do you think, fam? You know what I'm saying? What do you think? What do you think? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Big up Ryan, because he be in the comments and that. Big up the level.
Big up Ryan.
Large up Saint. Like I enjoy that show. It's great.
Big
You know
up
what I'm saying?
Saint as
It's
well.
great talking to Saint. It's great seeing Liverpool just, just
Monts still got me from the above. Monsters still got me in my feelings from the other day about Martinelli when he
That's
said,
Monts,
"Oh,
innit?
right, so Martinelli's not good enough."
Not
I
good
went,
enough. That's
"What
Monts,
nah,
man.
bro?"
Monts a wind up. You gotta understand he's an actor as well, so it's kind of like he's very good at that type of shit. He's got me before. Big up Monts. Go subscribe to Big Six Bands as well. Dominic, I answered. You lot get your final couple questions in. We have gone over 50 likes, so big up to you lot. We've also hit 5,240 subscribers, so also large up to you lot. Do you think we go to Leeds and smash them after yesterday? I don't think we go and smash them, but I think we win the game because, to my knowledge, I don't think the opening 2 games of the season is the last time we lost and then lost again, because we lost to Brighton and we lost to Brentford, and then ever since then, every time we've lost, Manchester United have bounced back. And the way that we
this
bounced
wasn't
back
even a
is
loss,
this.
fam. Is that what it's feeling like? This is what I'm saying. A draw feeling like a loss. It's
Yeah,
good to
it did.
feel like that,
I'm
bro.
saying,
I haven't felt like that
that's
in a
where
minute.
I'm at. Yeah, like it's new to me, like in terms of being invested. Like
Yours used to feel like wins for me, bro.
Yeah, like I'm engaged in the team now. Like I'm engaged in the game. Like I was entertained watching it, and it's like I'm emotionally invested again when I'm on the watch along. So it's kind of like that's how I'm looking at it. So it did, even though we drew. Like normally we bounce back from setbacks, whether it's a Villa, whether it is another draw, and I don't think we'll smash them because Leeds will be bang up for it. But I expect Ten Hag to get a response. And then Thursday we got a massive game. Like I already spoke on, away to Barcelona, and then after that I think it's home to Leicester. And then it's the home game against Barcelona. And then after Barcelona, it's the League Cup final. And after the League Cup final, it's the FA Cup on the 1st of March.
Thick and fast for you,
Yo,
boy.
fam, for real. You know, when I was doing the circle, obviously I do the schedule on a monthly basis. And obviously it includes, I'm like, Jesus, how much content there is. So yeah, I think we go there and do what's what. Dominic says, I think if we go to the Camp Nou next week and get a 1-1 draw, we cook Barca at home. I agree with you, Dominic, in terms of as long as we don't lose that game, we knock them out. As long as we make that a home tie where it's like if we win or we just avoid defeat at home, we beat them 100%. As well, Barcelona, yes, they're playing well. Yes, they're a good side. They're top of the league, been defensively sound, have a A-star player who can take away any game in Lewandowski. I fancy our chances. With the manager we have, with the players we have, I'm like, yeah. I'm saying the players we have with a
Harry Maguire, you'll be all right.
No, Dave, don't do it. Why would we play our 5th choice centre-back? Why? Huh? Why would we do that? Would you play? Who's your 5th choice centre back? Would you play him at home?
I don't even think we got one anymore.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, take Harry Maguire. There you go. You can have.
I don't want one. I'd rather take fucking. I'd rather bring out fucking Sol Campbell out of retirement.
Yeah, man. Go get Big Sol, man. You know what I'm saying? Go get. But yeah, Dominic, this is my fault, and I'm not normally this confident talking. I'm talking about games against like top opposition and quality up, and I've been saying this. I've said we beat Barcelona, and people looked at me like, huh? I said, like, the same way I called them not getting out of their Champions League group. Go back and check the streams. I said this, they're not. I watched them one time, match day 1. I said they're not making it out. And their group weren't even tough. Yes, they had Bayern Munich, they have Inter Milan, who are not a good side, and Victoria P. Yes, they've improved since then, but so have we. We've improved. Put it this way, we get out of that group. Manchester United, if you put us in that Champions League group, we finish 2nd behind Bayern. But I'm confident we'll see, because I know if we lose, everyone will be here to tell me I'm wrong. I know if I'm right, people won't be here to tell me anything. I know this. Very similar to the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer situation. Very similar to the Cristiano Ronaldo situation. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. People want to get mad at me for the things I say. No, tell your manager or your player to perform better. That I wouldn't criticize them. That's why now it's the Bruno thing. Perform better. Like I'm expecting a big performance from Bruno in that game. The way that Barcelona play suit him with all that space to hit. All that space to hit. So I expect it. And to see S7 says not a good group. No, it's not a good group. It wasn't a good group. Inter Milan are a bang average side. Yeah, Victoria P. Like you lot can't even tell me who's their legend. Never mind who plays for them now. It was a Europa League group outside of Bayern Munich. Like put them to the side, top quality. Even though they've not been at it, and I don't think
even this Bayern Munich ain't the
ain't the
Bayern Munich I've ever seen.
But Inter Milan are not a good side. Where are they at in Serie A, people? Look at their team. You can't tell me a team with friggin' Mkhitaryan playing in midfield is good. I'm sorry. Go look at that Inter Milan side. It's not a good side.
We both had
with Martinez up front, and Dzeko and the old man Dzeko. Like, no, it's not.
I still can't believe
not a good side. Say again.
Still can't believe we did that, bro. Sanchez for
what?
Mkhitaryan, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, we both lost that. We don't talk about them.
Yeah, to be fair, we actually turns out we both lost on that one.
Yeah, we both lost, man. That was one of them, and nobody
But
won.
at the time, yeah,
At the time,
it looked like Arsenal took the biggest L out of that.
Yeah, we thought we.
And Sanchez just came out. Remember when he came out of that statement? I wanted to rip up my contract from the first time I trained with him. Oh my lord!
Yeah, we thought we won 100%. We 100% thought we won. Yeah, I'm looking at Mkhitaryan, Damian, DeMarco. Like, come on, man, Damian. Europa League, that's what Inter Milan are, Europa League side. That's why everybody in the Champions League wants to face them. I'm not talking about them being second in Serie A. I'm talking about them being a Europa League level side. That's why every team in the Champions League wants to face Inter Milan. If Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool, and Manchester City make it out of their next round and Inter make it out, guaranteed, talk to fans of those clubs, Inter Milan are top of that list.
They'll be like, yeah, the first above. You ask them the question, who do you want out of that, out of the next group? Everyone will say Inter Milan. Give me Inter Milan.
Inter Milan, like, they're not a good side. Don't hit me with they're second.
This is not the Inter Milan of like 10, 15 years ago, bro.
They're not a good side.
They do not have a player there that you can be like, oh my god, he's gonna fuck it up. No, but they don't have that anymore, bro. They don't have that about them anymore, bro.
Yeah, because let's say
Italian sides in the last 10 years have dropped big time. I mean, there was 1 or 2 years. Don't get me wrong, there was 1 or 2 years where they looked like they were coming back, especially with Juve. But now they just, they're nothing again. They're just like, no disrespect. It's just like they're not the same team. Like, if you're old enough to remember the fucking AC Milan team of like 04 and 05 and 06 and that, and the fucking Inter Milan side of them times.
Inter are not a good side. They're bang average right now.
They're so shit compared to them side. Even Roma, the Roma of old would beat this Inter Milan.
Because I'm looking here now. Because, like, let's say, for instance, hypothetically, PSG knock out Bayern. Let's say Bayern knock out PSG. Tottenham knock out Milan. Benfica get past Bruges. Chelsea get past Dortmund. Liverpool get past Madrid. Napoli get past Frankfurt. City get past Leipzig. And then Inter get past Porto. If you talk to PSG or Bayern fan, Tottenham fan, Benfica fan, Chelsea, Liverpool, Napoli, City, who's top 2 of their list? Everyone's picking Inter Milan. Everybody's picking outside of maybe Benfica. That's it. They're the weakest team left in the competition.
Well, Spurs fans will want Inter Milan, but a lot of fans would want. They would say, "Oh, give me Spurs."
It's Benfica, Porto, Spurs. If you want to throw in the mix out the teams I just mixed there. My point is, they're bottom 3.
The main team is Inter Milan.
Yeah, they're bottom 3 in terms of levels. Who are they? Are they better than PSG? No. Are they better than Bayern? No. Are they better than Spurs? Debatable. Benfica also debatable. Better than Chelsea? No, I don't.
Well, I don't even know if they're better than Spurs. They're just they're probably level par. They're probably level par with Spurs.
Even a poor Chelsea side, I think, get past Inter Milan. Even a
Chelsea side with Lukaku in it, will get past them.
Yeah, see, Jez is saying as a Spurs fan, I fancy us versus Inter, and he's someone who wants Conte out. Napoli, and City. You know what I'm saying? So you're only looking at a Liverpool or a Benfica, maybe. And I wouldn't, if it was Liverpool versus Inter, I'm going with Liverpool. Even though I don't think Liverpool get past.
Every day.
Let's say that. Let's skip that because Real Madrid are better. So let's add Real Madrid get past Inter because Real Madrid are going to knock out Liverpool. So we'll even take Liverpool out of the equation. All them teams.
Hey, listen, if Real Madrid knock out Liverpool, they are forever Liverpool. Liverpool are forever Real Madrid's bitch, bro. That's it, bruv. 2 finals in another group. Oh, bruv. You are Real Madrid's bitch, bruv. I'm sorry, fam. Like, there's no 2 ways about it, fam. You are legit Real Madrid. Like how we was Barcelona and Bayern Munich's bitch. You are Real Madrid's bitch forever, fam. Like, it's peak, fam. And we're not even Barcelona's bitch anymore because we were more Messi's bitch.
Now you are Bayern Munich.
No, Bayern Munich. Yeah, Bayern Munich, the team. But when we had but people forget, fam, how bad it was against Barca, fam. We had them like 2-3 years in a row as well, bro.
Oh, yeah, you did. You kept drawing Barca in like the knockout rounds all the time.
I'm telling you, fam. We celebrated a draw like it was a win against Barca, and that was the Barca of Pep. That was the Pep Barca. That was the Barca, bro. Like, if we're talking Barcelona, we're talking Barcelona, bro. That was like when Messi was scoring goals for fun, bro. Guy scored 4 against us, bruv. Like we weren't even on the pitch, fam. What he did to Almunia was if I was Almunia, I'd retire the next day, fam. That was just so disrespectful, fam. Like,
sorry, it comes.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
but we were Messi's bitch. When we got to the Camp Nou, bruv, there was no point, fam. There was no fucking point, bruv. It was just like we would have to win about 4-5-0 at the Emirates, which was never going to happen for us to even have a chance to go to the Camp Nou to come out on an aggregate score, fam, and go to the next round, fam.
I hear you, fam. I hear you.
And then we became Bayern's bitch.
Well, 10-2. You know what I'm saying? Shout out troops. But yeah, big up to everyone that has locked in. Keep a lookout. What we got coming up today, Man United podcast. So that'll be back 4:30 p.m. Myself and Eddie talking. There'll probably be new rumors in regards to takeovers, whether it's Qataris, Saudis, Abu Dhabis, or somebody else. And then 11:30 p.m.
They call me Young Abu Dhabi.
Sorry,
they call me Young Abu Dhabi. Sorry.
Yeah, 11:30 p.m. It's all good. 11:30 p.m. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. So we'll have the Q&A, and then 1 a.m. Courtside Commentary Podcast. We'll be talking about Kevin Durant going to the Phoenix Suns, Kyrie Irving going to the Dallas Mavericks, plus more. We'll be talking all things NBA, all the trades that went on as well. But obviously, they are the major two. But that's on the Twitch, people. So that Courtside Commentary Podcast, that's on the Twitch. So Man United, 4:30 p.m. here on the YouTube. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A here on the YouTube at 11:30 p.m. Then 1 a.m. on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch for Courtside Commentary Podcast. NBA talking all things deadline day, the trade deadline day, and then what we got coming up Saturday actually, and then Saturday people back on the Twitch, Bournemouth Newcastle, that watch along, which is 5:30 p.m. and then we already mentioned it in this show, another Man United crossover, Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. Man United meets Ballers at the Bridge, meets Talking That Tottenham Talk. So myself, Surfer, Jez will be on. I'm not sure if Peter will be on. Eleanor will probably be on as well. So we'll be talking all things Manchester United, all things Chelsea, all things Spurs.
Eleanor's on. Timo's going to be on.
And then, yeah, you know, you damn right. You know what it's like. And then Sunday, people.
Sorry, I had to pay it out.
Nah, it's correct. It's facts. And then Sunday, the return, the fixture on here. Watch along Leeds United versus Manchester United. That'll be on the YouTube. Then following that, straight after, we'll be on the Twitch for Manchester City versus Aston Villa. And then obviously to end the night, as always, and then the week, Sarcasm City Sports.
Come on, Villa!
Villa.
Villa!
Midnight of the Villa.
Come on, Villa! Do us all a favour, mate. Get the rest of the league upset, please. For fuck's sake, Villa, you had one job, man. These dogs actually going to go win the fucking league, oh, man. You know what makes me laugh the most is these fans are in a meltdown every single week when City lose. Oh, you're actually gonna let them win the league? Like,
everyone mad at City. It's like, yo, pattern up. But yo, anything you want to add?
Be mad at your own team. Why are you blaming City? Why can't your team do it, bruv?
This guy joker. Yo, anything you want to add before we close out, fam?
Nah, but last thing in it, just like obviously you already know how it is. Big up everyone. Obviously, big up Flawless, hardest working man in YouTube. You already know. And yeah, man, keep up the likes, keep subscribing, get them subscribers up, brother. I want to see 10K, fam. Fuck all that 6K. I want to see 10K, bro.
Bro, we gonna get there, man.
But yeah, man, apart from that, obviously Arsenal still top of that league. At the top, it's just us. Hey, where's my father? What? At the top, it's just us. And yeah, man, hopefully we bounce back against Brentford and then beat City after as well.
All right, but love to everyone that's locked in. This show will be back next week. This show will be back next week, Thursday night, probably 11:30 midnight. Like I always say, just keep a lookout on the upcoming live stream schedule. Big up to all the regulars, big up to all the new people that joined during the stream. This has been the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast meets the Man United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube.